Police in New Mexico think they have a possible killer in custody, believed to be linked to the murders of these 4 Muslim men. We just got an update from police, and that's where we begin tonight. Albuquerque police announcing within the last half hour they have tracked down the car believed to be involved in the murders of those 4 men. Police say the driver is in custody and is the primary suspect in the killings. NewsNation correspondent Allie Bradley is live in Albuquerque. And Allie, some new information coming in just moments ago.
You're exactly right, Nicole. The police here in Albuquerque have named 51-year-old Muhammad Syed as the primary suspect here in the killings of Muslim men here in Albuquerque. A lot of interesting details coming out here. You mentioned that vehicle that they were driving. Well, they tracked that vehicle to this man. They went to the house. The detectives searched the home. They found several things that tied Muhammad Syed to these killings. Some of the things that they found the gun that matched the bullet casings that were found at the scene of these crimes. They found evidence that tied Syed to these victims in a personal way. They said that it actually could have had an interpersonal conflict that may have led to these shootings. So they're saying that he did know these victims in this case. Now, I did talk to one of the brothers, the brother of Muhammad Afzal Hussein, who is one of the 2 that they are charging Syed with in the murders. Now, the 2 other murders that happened, those charges are pending. They are working with the DA and they are working with detectives to try to bring charges and bring those cases to justice as well. But as of right now, those 2 murders that he is being charged with, again, I spoke with one of the brothers here today, and the brother, like many in the Muslim community here, have really been hunkering down. They've all been on lockdown over the last week and a half because of these murders, because 4 men were killed in an ambush-style killing. Take a listen to what the brother had to say once he heard the news of the arrest.
That now we can come out of fear. Now we can sometimes leave our door open. Now I can sit in balcony and drink coffee. Now I can go outside for shopping. Now I can go outside for a walk. Now I can take my kids to playground. Now I feel that my car is safe.
You know, those are all very simple things that he wasn't even able to do, that many in the Muslim community weren't able to do. Now, when I talked to his brother there, when I talked to Muhammad Hussein, he said that it was hard for him, extremely hard, to hear the news about his brother, but it was even harder for him to relay the news to his family back in Pakistan, Nicole.
Our hearts certainly go out to those families there, Allie. We know that press conference is still happening. Of course, we'll listen in for any additional updates. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.